it. I have always been a volunteer for pretty much church, you name it. If there's a need and they need a body to fill in, I would jump in because that's all I knew was how to volunteer, even when I'm working, 2 full-time jobs or whatever. Because volunteering was instilled in me by both of my parents. My mom was a huge volunteer. She was my Girl Scout leader. She helped at, an ambulance corps. She got me involved in that. And, so that's just all I know. But anyway, so I love volunteering. I love helping people. And yes, don't get me wrong, I've gotten in trouble by over helping, if that's those of you who know. But anyway, even at Ashford University, when it was called that, I headed up the Ashford Heroes at Ashford University. And it was a wonderful organization that we started up, and we rallied all of them, pretty much probably 80% of the employees up there, helping those in need up in Clinton, Iowa. And it even reached out as far as the Quad Cities. It even reached out to San Diego, where our parent company was. And that's where I met the beautiful Pamela Hardy, because veterans were coming on board to the online campus and they needed a voice. And so that sparked my interest. And at the time, Dr. Patnod, who was the president of the university, he's like, oh, we have somebody in Iowa who has the same interest. And so he hooked me up with Dr. Hardy, and I'm so glad he did, because we organized an event which occurred in San Diego, and the name eludes me, help me out. It was an event for veterans, and we had like the dentist there, we had clothing there, we had food there, we had showers there, we had a doctor. They all volunteered their time to help out the veterans, and that sparked me. And it's like we tried to get that to happen in Clinton, and they weren't ready for it until 2 years later. But I enjoyed helping with the event that happened in San Diego, and it just touched my heart, because it's like, oh my gosh, this is just so cool. And they were so appreciative, and they need the help. And veterans often get overlooked, and they're like, oh, they got big bucks, they got, assistance from the VA. No, they don't, because they're the first ones that get cut. And that's not fair, because those of us who have been in the military, Dr. Hardy knows as well, we all sign that blank paycheck, and we go in and defend. And even if after we've retired or we've transitioned out of the military, we're still obligated to that blank check that we signed. And it doesn't matter where you are. And, because it's always in your heart, and that's what they taught you. And so it just aligns with everything that I've done. Dr. Hardy and I think we were instrumental in this change in the graduation ceremony.
I think so.
Dr. Patnod started it. And he'll announce each one of the students, and this tradition is still going on. Whoever was in the Navy, please stand up. And we all clap for the students, because many of these students are veterans, and they're on the ships and everything, defending our country and attending these classes. And so he went through all of the military groups and everything. And then he turned to us, the faculty, and said, will the faculty who are also veterans please stand up? And all the students, everybody was seated down. And when there was so many of us faculty who were there, and I'm getting chills now. We would stand up, and they're like, oh, and a realization hit that we're just like them. Mm-hmm. And that was when I knew that I was in the right place. And so I continued on that path of education and helping veterans and volunteering and doing all I can to help people.